Hey everyone, Happy New Year. Welcome back to another recap episode from the Calcio Bros. I apologize last week for not doing one. Was busy with the holidays, of course, and the 3 reaction videos that we did. If you guys haven't seen them, check them out. They are full of emotions and, again, reactions, interesting ones. Let's get to this weekend. There's a lot of controversy of what happened in some games, some interesting results as well, and some teams getting back into form. So we're going to start with the first game. Crotone-Napoli. Congratulations to Napoli for becoming winter champions after beating Crotone 1-0 thanks to a goal from Marek Hamšík, their all-time top scorer, just continuing his run now. Some stuff that did happen in the game though is interesting because there was 2 clear-cut penalties for Crotone that weren't given. Handball by Mertens and I believe a foul from Maggio in the box. And VAR wasn't used at all, like they weren't even discussed. And as well, like there's a chance for Napoli where Koulibaly was thrown in the box and nothing there. So is VAR ruining Serie A? Is everyone relying on it? Or is just VAR not being used often enough? Like I don't get why it wasn't used for any of those instances at all. But either way, I guess Napoli got the points that they needed to continue the run. They are again winter champions. Interesting thing too as well, 5 out of the last 23 winter champions have failed to clinch the Scudetto. So we'll see if Napoli can be part of the other 18 that did win, or will they be part now of the 5 that haven't. We'll see. They need to really step it up and continue the run in 2018. And it's funny, a little interesting fact in that game, Marek Hamšík scored his 117th goal for Napoli in the 17th minute in the Napoli's last game of 2017, wearing the number 17 shirt. So, coincidence? I don't know. Like just something really weird. Who knows? We go on to Saturday's morning game. Again, remember it was only the one Friday game and the rest on Saturday. And that was between Fiorentina and Milan. Milan drawing here after coming away with a victory in the midweek against Inter in overtime. Both these teams did have Coppa Italia games. Just Milan playing 120 minutes rather than Fiorentina playing just the 90 minutes. First half again, Milan were a little slow. They didn't have a shot on net. But you can see the tiredness running from there. Gattuso just changed a few players up. But Fiorentina really coming close at the end of the first half. Gigio actually coming big. He did start this game after missing out in the midweek derby. So it was good to see him back. He did come up crucial in his 100th appearance for Milan at only 18 years old, which is incredible. Already a century of appearances for him at such a young age. We'll see if he can keep it up. Will he go? I hope he does not, because I would really love him to be the goalie of the future for the Rossoneri. The goals were scored by Simeone for La Viola and then Çalhanoğlu scoring 3 minutes later. Then that's what Milan needed. As soon as he came on, he really did help. Borini was really lackluster in the game. Milan really need to do something for that left wing. They can have one of Ventura, but the same thing, it's not the same as a true left winger. They need someone who can really create. We'll see what they can do in the January transfer window. In a way, Milan did want to come away with a victory, but I feel the draw was probably the best thing after 120 minutes of play throughout the week. And they do end off 2017 with a draw, which isn't the best result, but again, it's a decent result, and there were some good signs going into it. Fiorentina were hoping to go out with a bang with a victory, but they didn't, and they actually conceded their first goal after 499 minutes. So glad we were the ones to break that streak. We'll move on to the 9 a.m. games. As we see, there's a few of them. Torino-Genoa finished 0-0. Another game without Belotti, and another draw for them as well for La Granata. How much more can they go? Like, they just keep drawing games. I believe it's like 10 draws. 10 draws. How many games can you draw? They have the highest amount of draws this year in Serie A, which is unbelievable. And they were picking up victories last year. Even with Belotti not scoring, they were still drawing. Even with him playing, they were still drawing. Like, I don't get it. Like, what stopping them from getting a victory? It's unbelievable. But I don't know. and Genoa getting a crucial point. A crucial point for them as they're trying to fight off relegation. They're close to the bottom, but they get a crucial point to keep, just sort of stay away from there. We'll see how long they can last. It's hard to say. That's their plan, probably to finish mid-table, I would say, or just try to at least avoid relegation. We'll see how well they can do coming this year and how they can reinforce their team. Next game we have Sampdoria Spal. Sam coming away with a victory. It's their first win since beating Juventus. This was a really good victory for them. They needed it to help boost their confidence. Spal, again, not the toughest teams, but again, it's a good game for Sam to really get a victory out of it. Quagliarella scoring on a penalty in the 92nd minute, then 94th scoring again after everyone from Spal was pushed up. A thing about the penalty though is that if you see it, it was a foul called on Gaston Ramirez from the Spal player, but in my opinion, I think Ramirez is the one that fouled the player. So it's hard to say really who was the cause. Maybe VAR should have been used to maybe overturn. I'm not too sure, I didn't see the whole game, I just saw some of the highlights. I do feel that Gaston Ramirez is the one that fouled and it should have gone against Sam's way, and then that could have led to them not winning. But in the end, that's what happened. VAR could have been used again, who knows. Next, a 9 a.m. game. Bologna-Udinese. Udinese is on fire. Ever since Otto took over, I can't believe it, man. He's a man on fire. He's created such a team that they just don't lose anymore. And they're just scoring every game, 2 or 3 goals, maybe more. And he's really turned Lasagna into a great striker who scored, I believe, in his last 3 or 4 games now. It's unbelievable. Bologna opened up the scoring, Danilo own goal. Funny own goal. He actually lobbed it over his own keeper while trying to kick it out. Pretty funny. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Then we had Widmer tied up not long after, and then Lasagna scoring right after the break. How long can Otto keep this up, man? He is really turning Udinese into a force that is just rampaging through Serie A. They started with Inter and just cleaning their way through. It's unbelievable. Well, let's see how long he can keep it up. He's really turned himself into a great tactician with the Bianconeri there. So, good luck for him. Benevento Chievo. Benevento gets their first win in Serie A. Surprised they did it. And I guess they do deserve it after so long. Really, they tied Milan. Get so unlucky in a lot of games where they lose in the last few minutes or concede. It's just heartbreaking. They finally get their win. And I was even reading about some of the pre-interview stuff from the Chievo's coach, and he even said they have to be careful with Benevento because they can really surprise a few, and they did. Calda scoring after a mix-up, I guess, in the box or just hitting it off him. I feel it's still too early to say for them that they'll come out of the drop zone because they do have a long way to go, but it is a good start for them. Let's hope they can pick up a couple more victories before the end of the season, and if they do survive, it will be a great, or I would say an interesting surprise considering they had the worst start ever in Europe's top 5 leagues. Atalanta Cagliari. Atalanta losing at home. Wow. Just wow. I'm surprised. Cagliari missing one of their top strikers through suspension, and João Pedro. He was suspended 4 games after last weekend sending off, but they still managed to come away with the victory. Pavoletti, their biggest ever signing, scoring 6 minutes in. And then Talismano Padoin doubles the lead after Atalanta defender loses possession at half and they get caught on the break. And then Papu Gomez scoring in the 92nd minute to hopefully bring Atalanta back into it, but it doesn't seem so. Wonder now how they're going to come out in 2018, hoping to really bring them back into Europa League, hoping to maintain what they're doing, because they don't want to go out like that. Losing at home to Cagliari, who pulled up an important victory, who's way in the near the coastal relegation zone. So that was again a shock to everyone that they didn't hold on to it. We'll see what happens. Again, here's where the season starts. As I talked with my dad, my brother, the season starts in the second leg where people are fighting for the Scudetto, fighting for to not get relegated, fighting for a European spot. Now it gets more interesting, so we'll see what else happens. Roma Sassuolo. I would say a little more controversy again in this one, as we'll get into it. Pellegrini, the former Sassuolo man, scoring to open the game up. Then Miseroli tying it at the 78th. This one is interesting as Roma had 2 goals disallowed. One from Edin Dzeko for an offside position. He was just fractionally offside, if you guys haven't seen it. He was really close, just his leg slightly past the defender. Good call from the ref. And the second one, Florenzi scores, but after consulting the VAR, it was pulled back because Under in the build-up fouled one of the Sassuolo players who could have caught up to Florenzi. If you guys agree with that, let us know if you guys think it should have been called back or if the goal should have stayed. But in my opinion, the ref did make the right decision in annulling the goal against Roma. And again, they slacked a little bit in a way. Not slack, sorry, but they didn't get the point they needed. They wanted the victory to get a good ground on Inter as well and stay away from Lazio, who are playing later on that day. But all they get is the draw. Midday game, Inter, Lazio. Again, 2 other teams that were in Coppa Italia in the midweek game. After Roma's draw, both of them wanted victories. Inter to push up as well, and then Lazio to catch up on their city rivals. The game finished 0-0. I would say a lackluster first half, to be honest. Picked up a little bit in the second, but still wasn't very... it wasn't entertaining to begin with, but again, it wasn't too many chances for both teams in a way. Inter, you can see, we're still tired. Not a lot of chances. Lazio really come close so many times. They could have capitalized it, but it finished 0-0. Not the game both teams were looking for, not the point they wanted, but that's how they end off the year with a 0-0 draw. Spalletti now winless in 4 games in all competitions. After 3 consecutive defeats, he now draws. So he's hoping for a better 2018 and see if they can capitalize in their next game. Who knows? Last game of the day belonged to Verona Juventus. I was hoping for a Verona surprise, but didn't think so. Juve opened up the scoring early with Blaise Matuidi. He scored his 2nd goal of the season for the Bianconeri. Later on, Martin Cáceres ties it up. Former man scoring a great goal actually from distance. If you guys haven't seen it, check it out. Really great. Then Dybala, who actually starts the game for once. Wow, Allegri, you're actually putting him on the field. I'm surprised. He scores twice after great work from going by the defenders. This is why he should start. Allegri, after this, you should start him. I don't know why you don't. It's interesting. But, come on, he's your best player. Start him. Really. This is what happens when you do. They keep it up. Again, they're second in the standings. Couldn't pass Napoli unless Napoli failed to win. So they're just 1 point behind them. And now let's see if they can overcome Napoli in the rest of the year. Again, like I said, this is where the season starts in the second half. Those are all the results, guys. We have the standings here. Again, like I said, Napoli first. Not much changes in the top half. Just Udinese moving up to 7th. Just interesting record. They don't tie. They either win or they lose. But with Odo, all they have done is win, which is unbelievable. Udinese moved just 3 points behind 6th place Sampdoria. They're getting up there. Maybe they will qualify, but they are tied points with Fiorentina and Atalanta after Atalanta lost, and then Fiorentina tied. Let's see if we can keep it up as we look at the bottom half. Milan sitting in 11th spot, at least 5 points behind Sampdoria. It'll be tough for them to really... I don't think they'll get the 4th spot. They're 14 points behind Roma. It's going to be really tough to get it. They can only aim for Europa League. Maybe they should work on the Coppa Italia results. They should work in the Europa League. That's where they need to go if they want to qualify for Europe. Bottom half, again, doesn't really change too much. Just actually Crotone moving down. I think they're still the same there from last weekend. They're tied points with Spal. Genoa getting the crucial point just to keep them up. Cagliari moving up as well. And lonely Benevento still on the bottom. After ending off that with the standings, player of the weekend and as well goal of the weekend, I'm going to give to Dybala. He really showed why he needs to start in this Juventus team. He showed why he's the best player. Allegri, this is why you need to play him. If you guys agree, let us know. If you think he's the player of the weekend, let me know. Comment below, tweet us. As well, if he has the goal of the weekend, I've given his first goal. If not, if you think it's someone else, let us know. We want to hear from you guys. Now with this, guys, for 2018, the first games are the first weekends of January before they go on a couple week break. We open up with 2 games on Friday. The first one being Chievo-Udinese. Chievo want to bounce back after losing to Benevento. And then Udinese are on form. Maybe they'll take it. I don't know. We'll see. Odo really has done well. Let's see if he can keep up the form. That game is at 12, so don't forget to catch it if you guys want to see an interesting game. 2:45, we have Fiorentina-Inter, another interesting game. Again, like I said, Inter are on a really bad run right now. 4 consecutive games without a victory. They want to get back on track. They're really dominating Serie A after 17 games unbeaten. They want to really get back in gear. They want to really challenge for the Scudetto. They're not far behind, but they want to do it. We'll see if they can. Fiorentina trying to get a victory. We'll see what they can do if after tying the other Milan team. They want to try challenging against the city rivals at the Artemio Franchi. And again, guys, this is the start of the Ritorno leg. Let's see how interesting things will get. We open up on the next day. We have 6:30 Torino-Bologna. Bologna lost again, remember last weekend. Torino drawing. So this is where Torino want to come back and win. They want to start 2018 on the right track. Let's see if they can do it. Bologna struggling. They win 1 game, then they lose 2. They win. I don't know. We'll see if it'll finish in another draw. Knowing Torino, probably. Who knows? 9 a.m. games. We have Napoli-Verona. Napoli want to continue their run. They want to stay top of the table and make sure Juve don't catch up on them. Genoa-Sassuolo. Good bottom table battle here. Since they are so close, they are only 3 points separating the 2 teams. Genoa win, they'll go tied points. If not, Sassuolo will still maintain the 3-point gap, maybe 6. Depending how the result goes, we'll see. Benevento, Sam. There was a good game last year. I remember Benevento did take the lead early on before Sampdoria went and came back. Will Benevento pull another surprise at home? Who knows? Sampdoria really looking to build up the run of form after finally getting a victory. This will be important for them. Both teams really want to keep up the good run. Spal, Lazio. This will be another good one. Remember, Spal held Lazio at the Olimpico last year. Can they hold them off at home, or will they get a victory? I don't know. Lazio are much better now after that game. They're sitting, again, 5th with great players, great talent. Luis Alberto and Immobile really showing true form now. Even Felipe Anderson, he's coming back. Milinkovic-Savic, they have a lot of talented players. Could probably be too much for Spal. Last 9 a.m. game, Milan-Crotone. Milan, after some good run of form, want to continue. Crotone will be a good test, I guess, in a way. If they can get a victory with them, maybe it'll help restart their season. Who knows? But this is where they need to do it. They do have Crotone, then Cagliari, then 2 important games against Lazio. But this is where Milan need to step it up. This is where Milan need to win and get back on the right track and get back up higher in the standings. Midday game is Roma-Atalanta. Good test for both teams. This could be an interesting one because how tough Atalanta are. They always give trouble to the home sides when they are away. Roma really want to get going again after that draw against Sassuolo. So I feel this is where they want to step up against Atalanta, who did lose last round. So this is where, they want to get back on track. Both teams do, but Atalanta want to maybe take advantage of how Atalanta are struggling right now. Last game of the day, guys, is Cagliari-Juve. Juve, again, want to continue their run. They want to maintain a lead over Inter and also keep track of Napoli. They don't want to go down without a fight. I feel they'll probably take it and really try to put pressure on Napoli. Again, if they fail to win earlier in the day, the Bianconeri will really want to take advantage of that. Let's see if they can do it. I feel they can. Napoli do tend to struggle and Juve do tend to catch up on them. But I'm hoping Napoli do squeeze out a win. We'll see. we'll see. So those are the results going in for next weekend. Let us know who you think the player of this past weekend was, if the goal of the weekend. What game you're looking forward to as well. We want to hear from you guys. Don't forget to check out our reaction videos. I will have the links in the bottom in the comment section. If you guys haven't seen them, please check them out. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube as well. Follow us on Twitter, Calcio_bros. And we hope to hear from you guys soon. And have a good rest of 2018. Ciao.